y'all? It's your girl Qween Ali, and you're tuned in to Pink World.
They say that love is tested. One of my greatest fears. It's probably why I let a lot of shit just disappear. Got me crazy, testing my patience, got my mind racing. Talking that dummy shit, actions just don't match your words. Leave that shit for the birds. Knowing how to love a real woman ain't a curse.
Episode 28.
Welcome.
Pink World. This week we have a special guest, Qween Ali.
Yeah.
What's up?
What's up, y'all?
Glad you're here. I feel like we've been trying to do this for a minute.
Yeah, we have, but
Exciting.
you know, we're busy.
Booked and busy.
Women out
As
here.
we should be.
You feel me?
Yeah. So, how'd you get your name?
So that's crazy. Somebody that I used to hang with a long time ago, basically used to call me Queen all the time. And I didn't like the original spelling of Queen because I was like, everybody has Queen in their name.
Facts.
And I just put a W because like I was just like, I'm a winner. Like I always feel like you feel me? So like I'm just like, that's my motivation. Like,
That's
I always
cute.
remember the W. Yeah. So I changed it to a W and I just kind of, I went by Queen for a while. And then I was like, I need something more than just Queen. And I'm a mother for everybody that I do know. Y'all know this way. I'm a mama, and I feel like I have fought and struggled a lot, and I was just like, shit, the shit that I've gone through, I'm a fighter. And I used to watch Muhammad Ali a lot. Yeah. So the Ali just kind of came with it. So I got Queen Ali, W for winner. But you a queen because you a bad bitch. But you also a fighter. Yeah. And it all goes together because
I love that.
I fuck with that.
As
Paying
a female,
homage
that's
to
all we-
Muhammad
yeah.
Ali. I like that.
That's
and it
fire.
definitely does differentiate you, especially with just the W. And it doesn't like sound like off. Like
No.
it's like literally Queen.
No, it's Queen.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely
And
like
I put
that.
like 2 X's and like mad exclamation points.
Yeah, and underscores and like
It's just Queen.
It's Queen.
Yeah.
Just Queen.
I fuck with that. So, going off of that, who are you? What do you do? You know?
So like I said, I'm a artist. I'm a mama, but like I always say, I'm a jack of many trades. I just like to dibble and dabble in mad different things and kind of just see what works. But main thing I'm doing right now is I'm an artist. I'm a rapper. Yeah, I do a little creative directing too. I'm trying to like, you know,
Yeah.
get into that.
what's
So
up.
It all goes together.
you feel me?
Yeah. When did you start doing music? Like, what's kind of your background in it?
I made my first song 4 years ago. But I was always kind of into music. Like I grew up in church, and me and my cousin, my female cousin, we used to sing in church. And when the iPods came out, me and my cousins used to record the beat on the iPod, like on the little voice note, and they used to rap over it. So that was
Yeah.
our way of recording at the time. And we just had so much free time on my hands. I grew up with my cousins,
Yeah.
and my siblings, of course, but we were just always kind of like tight fitted, and we didn't have much to do. But
Yeah.
at the time, there was like, before the iPod, there was not really like electronics that you could really be on. We was always outside
Yeah.
until
Yeah.
the street lights came on. So
No bullshit.
You had
be
to find
home.
something. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like you had to
Yeah.
find something to do. So that was it. That was it for us. Being outside, and then once the iPods came out, we used to record ourselves. And I just I used to write poetry a lot, and one of my peoples read it and rapped it actually.
Really?
He read it and then he rapped it. And then he was like, you know, you've been basically writing raps this whole time. And I was like, and he's like, yeah. And he rapped it and I was like, oh shit.
Like you can see
Yeah.
it now. Yeah.
And then I went to the studio and I recorded Cappin'. And when I recorded Cappin', it just took off from there.
Really? So you ended up releasing that as your first? Was that your first one? That's fire. Not a lot of people go to the studio like immediately and then just like release the first song. They usually like keep it or they don't think it's like good enough or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's fire. I fuck with that. So
I kind
you
of was just like, let me just.
Good shit.
yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. And we saw that you just celebrated, obviously, like 4
years,
years being in there. So congrats.
Thank you.
That's a big.
How did that feel for you?
Yeah.
It feels good.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's growth. So
100%.
I'm definitely not the same artist I was 4 years ago.
Definitely.
Do you feel like your sound has changed, or like more so like your mindset towards things?
Everything. My sound, my mindset. I feel like the way I write, like, it just, everything's kind of just different now. I don't know how to explain it. I just feel it. It's a feeling.
Yeah, definitely. So you started off with like poetry and stuff like that, and obviously singing in a choir. It's much different than the type of vibe that you do now, right? So how did you go about finding like that sound and like to get you where you are today?
So it was kind of hard because growing up in church, I'm Haitian, and it was basically like go to school, come home. So you feel me? I felt like basically growing up under your parents, I didn't really have a voice like that. I kind of kept quiet about a lot. And once I kind of like grew up and I got my first tattoo and I was like, you know, I did things that like made me happy over time. And I kind of just found myself, and I'm just like, I used to tell myself all the time, like, I'm not putting out certain type of music just because I don't know if the church is watching me or like, you know what I mean? Like it was kind of weird for a little bit. And then I just said, fuck it. Honestly, I will let you, it was just a fuck you moment.
Yeah. I fuck with that because like it's hard to like make everybody happy.
Yeah.
Facts.
Definitely. So basically growing up with my mom, it was kind of tight knit. In a Haitian household, and I ended up moving out, and I ended up having my daughter, and that was a different sense of responsibility. So it kind of matured me like way faster, and I was just working, and you know, I ended up stopped going to church, but I stopped going to church because of the mindset that they had on how we should move. You feel me? Yeah. And I feel like I have my own relationship with God. So like I don't have to share it with every single one of you guys as long as that relationship with him I still have, then I'm good. So once I separated myself from all of that and you know, maturing as a mother, I kind of realized that I can't really I would say raise a daughter and raise her to keep her like her voice shut, or raise her to not speak on how she feels, and think that listening to the world or what other people has to say is gonna kind of mold you to who you are, because it's not.
Yeah.
You feel me? So I made that change for myself, and I kind of was just like, fuck it. I'm going to rap about what I want to rap about. I'm going to say what I want to say. I'm going to shake some motherfucking ass.
Yes.
Like, I'm going to wear what I want to wear. My titties is out so fucking what.
Yeah,
like, I'm going to do me. And, you know,
and still be loved by God.
You feel me?
Like,
you feel, yeah.
That's growth,
like,
for real.
It took a long time for me to get to where I'm at now.
Yeah.
And
proud of you.
No
I don't really speak about it. That's why I'm kind of just like, you know,
I'm glad that
like,
we're talking about it, for real, because you got to get that off your chest. That's a brave move. Not a lot of people can do that. It's very hard. Very hard.
It really is.
Especially growing up. That's like 3/4 of your life right there.
Yeah.
Just growing up a certain way, strict, and like especially tied with like structured religion, can be very hard to break free from that. And especially like judging yourself through the eyes of like what your parents are gonna say, or you know how your family's gonna feel, what the church is gonna feel.
Yeah.
I feel you.
So
yeah, even like what God is thinking, because I know that's a big thing. A lot of the time, you're like, "Oh my God, God's gonna hate me." Like,
I kind of just look at it as I focus on the positive now.
Yeah.
And before, I used to just feel like I need to just keep it quiet, because I used to post on like Facebook, and my mom used to be like, "I know what you wrote," and I'm like, "How? Like, how do you know?" And she actually, or like the pictures, and I wasn't crazy, like, you feel me, like when I was younger like that. So I was just like, you know, I can't even like freely be me like on social media without somebody like telling somebody else, and like I was just like, I got to keep my business to myself.
I know.
So it
Facebook
was like,
is the worst for that.
Yeah.
First off.
I mean, well, any social media at the time, because even Instagram, I was like, wow, y'all getting, but it was getting kind of crazy. So I was just like, let me let me back away from that. And I put it in my music. I talk a lot of shit. I always say, why y'all hating on me? Like,
as you should.
Yeah.
As you should. What is it like kind of balancing your career with also being a mother?
Hard as hell.
Yeah.
But
There's a lot to unpack here.
there is. I'm just like, where do I start? I honestly say the biggest reason why I'm able to have that motivation and drive solely definitely is from her. But I feel like at the same time, having like music as my outlet, like having an outlet, I'm just speaking for any mother out there, to having an outlet aside from your child every day is going to kind of keep you going.
Yeah.
Because if you're just focused on your child all the time, and not to say it's wrong, and I'm going to say this because every parent is going to need a break at one point.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
So if it's always your child, you're going to lose yourself.
Yeah.
Everything's about them, your morning routine, everything. Like, you're not even going to think about what to do for yourself. It's kind of going to be kind of pushed so far back into your mind. Yeah. So I use music as an outlet for me to keep me balanced and keep me positive. So, because it's therapy for me, I'm getting out everything that I feel. You feel me? That vibe, the energy that I have in me, and I put it on my songs. And I could go back and be a mom and kind of have that release and be like, all right.
Yeah.
You know?
Now I can tend to you. Too.
Yeah, you feel me? She's always taking care of regardless. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Of course.
It's just, it's a hard balance, but I do it.
Good for you. And it's really good that you know that, especially like at this age, because there's people in their 50s that still have not like realized that their life, they need to balance their life as well as their kids. And like, you can see that, like, because people just end up miserable if not. So.
It's hard because a lot of people don't realize, like, if you're on your first child, you're learning that child just as that child's learning you. Yeah, every year. Every age is something different. Yeah. My child is not the same person that she was when she was 6. It's not she's 6. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, you kind of got to figure it out.
Yeah. That's crazy.
And you're doing it.
Adapt it.
For real.
Yeah.
Because you can't be your best self for your kid, like, if you're just not taking care of yourself.
Facts. Yeah. Mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically.
For real.
So, yeah. I love being a mama, though. I'm not going to lie.
That's good.
Yeah. I have a reason to be like, no, I'm not staying out. Sorry. Yeah. I need to go home.
Yeah. How old is she?
She's 6.
Nice.
She turned 7 in June.
Wow. So. What's that age like?
Yeah. Because now she can
unpacking
talk.
Crazy.
Yeah, now she can talk. You know.
She's been able to talk at a very, very young age, and I always talk to her. But now she talk a lot. But she's energetic. Very. It's just the struggles of teaching a child at a young age about their emotions and how they feel, and how to express that. So that's just basically the age I'm at now. It's fun, but you are still mentally teaching them at the same time too.
For sure.
Yeah.
So. And I feel like the social media nowadays has made it so like, which is great. I think it's like great how they made it so like accessible to like, yo, these are how we're teaching kids now, like to be like emotionally aware and shit. But it's definitely hard to like continuously probably like make those changes actively in the home and stuff like that. But it's great.
You gotta always figure out what's next. What can I do next?
That's crazy.
So you obviously had her before COVID, but you kind of probably started your music career around COVID era because you're saying like 4 years ago. COVID was probably like 3-ish.
I had her. I think Cap and dropped Thanksgiving of 2018.
Okay. And then like 20.
Damn, I don't know how time works, bro.
Yeah.
Trying to think back, I'm like, fuck, when was COVID? What year is it?
2020.
How long was it? Okay. We still in it?
We still in it? We not in it? I don't know.
You feel me?
Yeah. All I know is I'm glad I don't have to wear no fucking mask to record a podcast. That's all I'm saying.
I would be crazy.
But how did COVID kind of impact your workflow with music, and like obviously having a daughter plays into that too. So how did that kind of like, how was that shift for you?
If
it had any impact at all.
I feel like the only impact COVID had on me was I couldn't go outside.
Yeah.
I know.
But I was already, like, me being in my home at the time is where I speak on growth. Me being home at the time was my comfort space, where I had my headphones, made music. My bathroom was my favorite spot.
Really?
Yeah, and I made music there all the time. So when COVID happened, I mean, we were secluded in the house, but it didn't really change anything musically for me because I was still writing. I was still, in that space. Mentally with my daughter, that's a whole different story. But because you have to always find something to do, especially, now being in a confined space 24/7 all day, every day, and not being able to see the people you love. But musically, I was still able to write and everything. And now I can't even remember the last time I wrote a song in my bathroom. Like, it's always been like in my car, in the studio. And I feel like during COVID, because I was so confined, like once the world's opened back up again, I was kind of just like, I guess it kind of just came with me.
Yeah.
You feel me? In a way. And yeah, now I be in the studio making music. I couldn't even write in the studio. I used to always come in the studio prepared. There's nothing wrong with that too. And I always tell people that. Because even still to this day, I still love coming to the studio prepared. But yeah, I write anywhere.
Yeah. So you like writing better than like freestyling?
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
That's me.
fire. That's fire.
Was English one of your like favorite subjects? Like you said, you wrote poetry.
Yeah.
So like
I
feel
loved
like
English. I love literature. I still read now.
Yeah.
I love reading.
What you been reading?
Yeah.
I'm a mystery type of girl.
Me
so,
too.
Yeah, I'm a mystery and crime type of girl. So right now I'm reading Girl in the Dark. But I really like James Patterson is my favorite author.
I fucking love
him.
James
Yeah,
Patterson.
the Alice Cross series.
Yes, those were the best. Oh my God, that's so crazy.
That's fire.
Yeah.
That's fire.
Yeah, so I read a lot of like mystery and crime, and I've always been like that. Like during the summer growing up, I used to love summer reading. Like I used to stay home. Yeah, I used to read Goosebumps.
Yeah.
I used to read like the whole series. I wanted to keep knowing more. I'm like, okay, it can't end here. Like the story
Y'all
doesn't
could talk
end
about
here.
reading forever.
Yeah.
She fucking reads like crazy, bro.
Literally.
Yeah.
Who are some of your influences you feel like in music? They could be like sonically influenced or just people that like inspire you.
Musically, definitely Missy Elliott. Definitely Nicki Minaj. Definitely
Nicki Minaj.
Yeah,
You always say Nicki the Barbie.
I had to say it, Sierra. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I listened to Lil Wayne.
Oh,
I
yeah.
listened to Lil Wayne a lot at the time. That's when Drake came out. I'm a 97. I'm 97, so
Yeah.
I was around the time like 106 and Park was out.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like I wasn't even really much into TV because when I was in Jersey, we didn't have TV in the house, so we was kind of just with each other trying to figure things out. Like you know what I'm saying, outside doing whatever.
Yeah.
And then when I moved to Boston, it was kind of more like we were in tune with like watching TV and stuff more. And I was like 106 and Park.
Yeah.
And I'm like getting in tune now with like the music because like I was listening to gospel music and everything before. You feel me? So it's kind of it was different.
Yeah.
Really different. But yeah, I used to love watching Missy Elliott's videos.
I know. Those are the most fire
Yeah,
videos.
Literally.
And Nicki came out crazy, and I really like connected with her because like she was really one of those I don't give a fuck like like how she wanted it, and she wanted it that way because that's keeping her mentality okay and like like
for sure.
100%.
so I kind of like was in tune with that and I just grew up out of it. Now I fuck with some Lotto, I fuck with Lil Brooke, you feel me? I fuck with Cardi too, but it really just depends. Like I'm a mood, like it has to
She
get.
in her mood?
Yeah, you feel Ice.
Ice Spice reference thrown in there. You fuck with her?
I do fuck with Ice Ice.
Yeah.
I fuck with certain. I mean, you're not gonna like everybody's song.
Yeah, no bullshit.
There's always gonna be a song that you don't like or you do like, but like I said, it's a mood. It has to make me
real.
feel or bounce or like
Yeah.
I feel the same way. 100%.
So you appreciate people with a pen, like with a pen, like people that can write.
Yeah. I mean, I appreciate both. I mean, some people can, freestyle better than anybody that can write too. So
that is true.
So you say you grew up in Jersey for a little bit. When did you make that switch to Boston? How old were you?
I want to say around 6 or 7.
Okay.
Maybe 6 or 7, yeah.
That is, I'm sorry, I'm like just thinking about that because I feel like New Jersey's like similar to here, but like it also has to be different too. Like what was the main difference you would say like coming from there to here?
The crime.
There you go.
There's less over here?
There's more. There's less over here.
Yeah, more over there, yeah, for sure.
Like, I see it all the time.
Yeah.
You feel me? And it was different. Like, my mindset of what I remember Jersey as was my 6-7-year-olds mindset time frame. And I go there now and I still see the way that it is. Yeah. And it's like, it's kind of like they trying to gentrify the neighborhood. Oh, yeah. But the neighborhood ain't finna let you gentrify. No, you know what I'm saying? No, like, bullshit. It's not there yet. A couple things have changed, but,
still the same.
It's still the same. And I came here and it was different.
Yeah.
It definitely was different.
Were you still were you still going to church like and stuff when you came back here? Or
when I came here, yeah.
Okay. Word. I was gonna say, what was it like kind of making your way into like the Boston scene for like music and creatives?
Honestly, I would say this past year would make a year that, not to say that I wasn't in the Boston scene, but I really tapped into the Boston scene and I've networked as much as I have. Because when I did drop my song Cappin', I did a show in New York, and then from then I went to Atlanta. I won that show in New York and went to Atlanta.
Okay.
And they paid me to go to Atlanta. And from there, I just kind of did everything in Atlanta. Because my sister lives out there also. So I kind of was just like, okay, I could visit family and do music out there. Yeah. Why not? And that was kind of also my escape at the time too. So I always did everything in Atlanta and I was listening to the sound and everything there and never took the time to at least like kind of know the sound over here. Yeah. You feel me? Like I would hear I definitely heard of Brandy Blaze at the time. Red Shades, love Red Shades, Dutch Rebel, like all the ladies, but I wasn't really in tune like that. I would just see a couple videos here and there. And then I want to say this March of last year, I went to the testing lab and I was like, oh, there's a community of people here. Yeah. That was my first time.
Like realizing.
Yes. Yeah. I was like, there's a community of people here. And a friend of mine had spoke about the SoundLab before, but I never actually went until like that day. And I finally was there and I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to keep coming to these every Tuesday. Yeah. Every other Tuesday. And I did, and I kept up with it for so long and I just made so many connections. That's dope. And at the time I lived like 10, 15 minutes away from there. So it was kind of just easier for me to be there. Yeah. And I kind of just built with everybody and kind of just like grew a great relationship with so many people. And I've been here this whole time this past year. Yeah. I recently just went to Atlanta just to visit my sister, but it's been a good year.
Yeah. That's fire.
That's
fire. So talking about like networking and stuff like that. So a few things that recently happened. There was that women's event that you hosted, and then also the chamber that you were just in last week. So I wanted to touch on those and what it was like for you, kind of finding out, or at least for the chamber, like finding out you were doing it and what it was like competing and performing and all of that.
We started from the baddies first.
Sure, whichever one.
Yeah, we did the baddies. You guys pulled up to that too. Yeah. That was February. That was this past February. Yeah, that was February. Yeah, so we did the baddies. That was great. That was amazing. Shout out to Nadi. Shout out to Kiki. They did an amazing job with helping, everything all together.
The setup was so cute.
It really was. Shout out to Nicole too, definitely from the garage, because she definitely did help us with the setup and just like made it overall like really, really pretty. Yeah. But it was lit to be in a room full of females. And again, this is my time that I'm just like now really networking. So I'm just like, I haven't seen this many females in a room all together in so long.
For real.
And I was like, okay, I'm like, it felt good because I was like, all right, we were able to make that happen and like kind of get everybody to open themselves up.
Yeah.
Because, you know, we're kind of secluded.
Yeah, no bullshit.
Yeah, literally. So
it's so nice when you go there and it's just there and you're like, whoa, like, this is crazy.
Yeah,
like,
you feel me? And I think it was the biggest thing for me is everybody was able to like genuinely get to know each other. Like, yeah, we were there for music or whatever, you know, you decided to pull up there for, but everybody like genuinely got to know like and connect with each other on a different level.
For sure.
So I was like, and I was just like, I'm glad that there was a connection aside from what we just do. Yeah. Because I want to get to know you as a person too. Like, we're around each other. Why not?
Yeah, of course.
You wouldn't want to be around somebody that you don't really know like that.
Yeah. Everybody's like
portfolio. You got it, girl.
No bullshit. And like, I don't know, everybody just has that like similar mindset, like going in there, like just talking to each other. It was really dope. Yeah, definitely really dope.
It was, and growing into it, everybody was so awkward. Everybody was just like,
I know.
And especially when Nani was like, come up and like, you know, and everybody was just like, come up. Everybody's anxiety kicked in. Like,
dead ass. Real,
I know it did.
For real.
Yeah. Like, you feel me? But yeah, it was amazing. I loved it. And the chamber was lit. The chamber was really lit. Camp came to me about doing the chamber a long time ago.
Okay.
And, you know, we never got to do it at the time, but it was great that they did it around Women's Month for the month. Because I think it just made it that much harder. And again, having amazing ass females on the stage. Like, you feel me?
Literally.
That. Yeah, they did their big one without. But I was excited. I was like, of course. I didn't even hesitate. I was like, of course, I'll do it.
That was a good event. That was so much fun.
And then when I figured out the lineup, I'm like, heavy hitters. Heavy hitters.
Yes, for real.
Jeez.
It was great. I love how like both of these events that we're talking about, they're like still like up and coming. They're still like fresh.
They're growing.
Yes.
There's gonna be more, so be on the lookout.
For real.
Yeah.
Especially these Women's Day events, I can't wait. It's so refreshing.
It is.
Like to walk in a space like that. And more people need to find out about that shit.
Yeah, it's so male dominated out here.
It is.
Like,
we're getting into it though. Like we got that shit.
You feel me? That's why I'm just like, be yourself and speak your mind, because a man is gonna respect who you are too. Like, don't not be yourself. Because it's a man that's
exactly.
You need the big bad wolf. Like, you feel me? Like, yeah.
Word. So I want to talk a little bit about like performing and stuff. Do you like performing?
I love performing.
Yeah.
It gives me a thrill.
Yeah.
It's a high.
Yeah. Yeah. What was your first performance like, if you can like remember? Probably maybe the testing lab?
My first performance? Wow.
Let's take a trip down memory lane.
Yeah, like I want to definitely say it was that New York performance in 2019.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to say it was that first performance in New York.
What's the difference between first performance versus performing now?
Crowd interaction and being way more confident on the stage, because I mean, I just feel like I was kind of still figuring it out. Like, you know, my first performance, like I was still shaking ass though. I was still
of course.
But it wasn't really like crowd interaction. Like I wasn't really like, you know, trying to get the crowd hype with the music too, and you know, not all like all of that. And I feel like now it just happens. Like I just feel the energy, and I'm just like I have to gravitate towards them. Like you feel me? But yeah, that's it.
That's fine.
It's a high.
Yeah.
It's a high.
Yeah.
Do you prefer to perform like sober, or do you like to like get a little drink, a little something in your system before? Because I've been learning that like people have different like rituals before.
Yeah. So I will take a shot, but I won't smoke.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I don't smoke because it makes me really mellow. You feel me? And
I won't be hype.
Yeah, I won't be as hype. But take a shot and I'm ready.
Yeah.
Like, you feel me? Like,
activate.
Give me some Casamigos.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what's your choice of
Definitely want to take a shot of Casamigos.
Yeah.
A shot or two, and then I'll be ready. But a shot or two, that's it. Like, I won't go overboard. Because remember, it's performing, I'm getting hot. Like, you know, you got to bring the energy. So I don't need a... No.
Yeah, no. That's good. I fuck with that.
That's a pretty A1 ritual. Right?
Yeah.
No bullshit.
Fendi.
Talking about visuals, I wanted to talk about your latest music video that came out, Reborn music video. What was that like, shooting that? Who, like, shot it and all that?
Okay, so Mello shot Reborn, Mello Vier.
Shout out Mello.
Yeah, Mello. He shot Reborn. It was a crazy day because we were supposed to have like a male actor come through. It was like literally like written down to the dome, because I'm the type of person I like to write everything down. Yes. So like I'll have a script ready. You know what I mean? So
even though no words being said,
you know, like I have something ready. Like and it ended up not happening. He ended up falling through, and we had to just like come up with something like that same day. That morning. So I hit up Nicole in the garage, and she was like, yeah, the garage is free. Let's just take a couple shots there. And I'm like, all right, great. And we went there. We shot a couple, you know, videos and takes and stuff. And then we went to the cemetery and shot a take over there where my cousin is laid at. So, yeah. Okay. So Reborn was the first song that I made after his passing. I had a writer's block for a very long time after my cousin's passing, and Reborn was the first song that I made that I was kind of just like.
The title is very fitting.
Yeah. Very meaningful.
Yeah.
You know, so you hear me reference him definitely at the end of the song, but I kind of I talk my shit. Like on the song, I really am just talking about the shit that I've gone through.
Yeah.
And really it's just me getting it out. And then once my soft girl era is done, I'm going to bring the rock.
Yeah.
Hello, Ali.
Gotta get it out.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So like if you really like look like back in my music and stuff, like they're all kind of stories. The way that I put them out are all just everything that's happened in my life during that time.
Yeah, that's fire. That's fire.
Yeah, for real. You feel like the visuals are important to telling your story?
Yes. Just because if your visuals doesn't match what you're talking about, there's no connection. You lose that connection.
Facts. Yeah. That's facts.
You feel me? So that visual was it for me, because my vision of, me switching up the vision of the whole, you know, having to be at the garage. But when I got there, I immediately remembered that I made this song in my bathroom. Yeah. With my headphones, the same headphones that I had on. Maybe not the same fit.
Yeah.
But but it was me just chilling, sitting, and with a blunt in my hand, and I literally was going crazy. And I basically just pictured myself in the same bathroom doing that in the garage. Like, you just have to switch up and you know what I'm saying? Like, find something that relates to it some way, somehow, some form, and kind of just correlate that with what you're doing. And I was just like, I'm in my bathroom right now. I told him, I was like, I'm in my zone. I'm like, he's like, Qween, what are you doing? Like, he's like, I'm like, what you mean?
I'm in my mood.
I had the headphones bumping. Nicole's like, put it on the speaker. We blasted it on the speaker. Like,
there you go.
Yeah, we was bumping, but it was lit. It was lit.
That's dope.
They're amazing people to be around.
Yeah, no bullshit.
So how important do you feel like it is to, you know, market yourself and brand yourself versus, I know obviously you want to like make sure it's still you. So how do you kind of like mix that in with like marketing and branding yourself?
I mean, marketing and branding is very important, but it's hard.
Yeah.
At the same time.
For sure.
Just because you want to be consistent, and you want to remember that everything you're putting out pertains to your brand too. So even if you could just put out content that has to do with music, like you put out something else that has nothing to correlate with music, you kind of got to think to yourself, like, how is it gonna,
I know,
how people are gonna perceive it? You feel me? At the same time. So I kind of like, I've had a couple, I'm not gonna lie to you, there's been times like recently I felt like I need to make, well, I did it. But I was like, at the time I was like, I need to make a different Instagram because
like
I be wanting to be me. Like, I just be wanting to like be me and post shit and not really give a fuck about what anybody would see or how they, like, I really don't care. I just want to do it because it makes me feel good. Like, you feel me?
No, completely.
And I'm really all about doing what makes you feel good. Like, if that's what makes you happy, do it.
Yeah.
And I was like I be thinking to myself, sometimes I think twice before I post things on my Qween.
We were talking about this
literally yesterday.
I was like, I'm gonna post and delete.
Yeah.
A lot. I'm gonna post and delete. I would post and then I'd be like, let me delete that.
I don't feel the same like, as what I just felt,
exactly.
You feel me? But that's what now my new Instagram is for. I can post and not feel
that's
like
where
deleting
the Finsta comes in.
Because I don't know, like, okay, y'all might be watching me, so what? But it doesn't correlate to my music because it's completely different. It's new. Like, it's like a refresh. Yes. Like, it's refreshing. It's a new start.
If you want to see me for me, like, just
go over there.
Raw
like,
images.
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
Go there. Click the link.
I don't know when like Finsta's like died out, but like they're
coming back.
They're coming back.
They need to make a comeback.
They're coming back.
So I fuck with what you're doing because it makes a lot of fucking sense.
I definitely made a new one and I was like,
hell yeah.
I have It's a Queen and your girl Qween.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We already
love that.
She's already I love that. No, because you have like a couple that's just like dumps. And
Yeah,
really nice.
I love
that.
Yeah,
you want to put it
I
out there
definitely
somewhere.
need to dump a load.
Oh
like everything's not edited and perfect. Like, sometimes it's like
it don't need to be. It really does not.
Because that chopped cheese was busted. I don't know if y'all seen it, but that shit was busted. And I forgot I even took it. Like, I woke up the next day and looked at it and was like, this is so me. Like, like it was so good I had to take a picture.
Bro, I feel that for real.
I need the world to see.
You feel me? Like, yes, they have to see it.
Yeah. As they should.
So many people were just like, I don't want one.
Yeah.
Like, go get you
bro,
one.
if I see a picture of a chopped cheese like that.
Wait, it's chopped cheese from like around here? Or you were in like New York or something?
I was in New York.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna
say. But why not drive there? What's the problem? It's 4 hours.
I've literally gone to New York just to get a chopped cheese.
That's what I'm saying. A road trip. Like, I love road trips. I love road trips.
I was going to ask you about traveling.
Yeah. I love road trips.
Yeah. Obviously, you traveled a lot, too, I feel.
Yeah.
From a couple different places, too.
Yeah.
Atlanta's a big one, it seems. So
the first place I traveled to by plane was Phoenix, Arizona. Yeah, I went to Arizona. I recorded with a producer out there.
That's dope.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. But
fire.
I feel like it was just dry, but it wasn't hot to me. I went in like January.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's probably a perfect time to go, would you say? Yeah.
It was like really dry, but it wasn't like hot. It was like chill. Like you could wear whatever. And it's like no wind, no nothing.
That's what's up.
Yeah. So I went out there. It was different. Yeah. And then I think I went to Miami, and then Atlanta came in the picture.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your favorite place like that you've traveled to?
I want to say Vegas.
Vegas?
Yeah.
I still need to go there.
It's a fucking party.
I know.
Jesus. You guys know how to get down.
What'd you go out there for?
My birthday.
Your birthday.
I usually always take trips around my birthday. Even if I can't take a trip like on any other month, it has to be.
Yes.
We're
the same.
Yes.
We're all the same.
I'm going somewhere. I don't care if I go to Connecticut. I'm going somewhere.
Exactly.
I need to leave.
For real. I feel.
Yeah, so I went for my birthday. I went there for a week with my friends, and it was so lit. There was something to do every day, and I feel like I didn't do enough.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
A week is not enough time, like, almost anywhere.
No, but it was very lit.
That's dope. You have, like, a dream destination? Sorry.
My biggest two is Jamaica and Bora Bora.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Have you been to Haiti?
Yes, one time.
Word. How's that?
I was 3. And I got bit by some poisonous mosquitoes. So, yeah.
Not West Nile. What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck happened, but yeah, never went back. Never went back, but every time that like my country, like, it's going crazy right now. Like every time, like my family be like, let's go, as a family, because my mom has a store up there. Okay, she built a house up there.
Good for her.
And she's always like, I want you guys to come, but like there's just always something going on.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Definitely.
Whether it's yeah,
it's hard to take them family trips.
Yeah,
for sure.
So I kind of take my own trips.
Yeah,
as you should.
Definitely.
I was just gonna say something stupid because.
Say something stupid.
No. The thought crossed my mind, and then I was like, no. That thought is not even
relevant.
Yeah. So,
I'm so impulsive. It would have just came out, and I would have been like, oh my God.
Yeah, I'm surprised you stopped yourself.
Bro, because I was like, nah, that was actually so stupid.
It really be like that. Fucking pop filters, bro. What the fuck?
It's you fighting the pop filter.
Wind it up,
bro. It's annoying.
She accidentally hit it and looked at it and was like this, like it did something to her.
Bro, these shits actually be getting on my nerves, bro. Like,
I got beef with the pop filters, bro. Don't even get me started. I got beef.
You guys are so funny.
Anyways, what are some of your like other hobbies that you're into? You like to read. You like to write. Anything else? Oh, let's talk about a little bit of your creative directing that you want to get into.
Yeah. I want to say who I did it with, but I don't know if it's coming out yet.
Okay.
So I don't want to say it yet, just in case it doesn't come out.
Okay. But there was somebody.
She doesn't have somebody expecting. But yes, there was somebody that I did help with, like a video and how she wanted it to come out and how she wanted it to look. And I was just there as a helper and like help, and then kind of like taking on her vision. And like, we was in a peer space, they have the peer space where you can, and they had like mad different things that we could use to kind of like set it up. And I was like, ooh, I like this.
Like mad props and stuff?
Yeah, props. Yeah. Like I was like, yeah, I like this. My brain just went out for a second. But I was like, oh, okay, this is cute. And it came out really, really nice. Like really, really nice. And I just been waiting for her to drop it. And I do a lot of like creative directing, well, of course, for my music videos.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
But I'm also helping another one of my friends with her music video today, actually.
Okay.
And helping her direct that. And I'm, like I said, like, just like I like reading how like I like the layout. I do the layout, everything. Like in my notes, I'd be like, it needs to say this. Like it needs to, just so I can be like, just so I can be like, okay, now I know how I'm gonna kind of move these pieces. When I am there, like physically. But yeah, so I kind of just been dabbling into that.
That's exciting.
And I watch a lot of music videos.
Yes.
I watch a lot of music videos.
Who do you think has like the best music videos out? I know that's like could be very broad of a question, but
because for me it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, me too.
It's who?
It's a no-brainer.
Who?
ASAP.
Yeah,
Rocky.
ASAP Rocky for you guys?
Yeah, he has the best music videos in
he really does. He's so good.
Yeah, I haven't even watched
like all the
Og
video in a you'll go in a spiral.
You'll just keep watching.
Even the old shit, bro. His shit is
literally
so
starting
good.
with like Peso, like all of them.
Yeah, start with LSD, bro.
I'm about to watch it. ASAP Rocky, like.
Yeah,
because I take notes. I'd be like, oh, okay.
Yeah, just
this is creative. Like
any of like the Og videos, whether they're like Rockies or like anybody else's, like Og as a whole, their videos are crazy.
Yeah, get into that. But your favorite?
Yeah,
if you have a favorite.
A favorite music video,
or not favorite music video, but just like people that you've taken notes on, or whatever.
I've definitely been taking notes again on Missy Elliott's old school music videos, Nicki's, and then I've kind of been incorporating it with music videos now. and kind of like having that, I want to say like old school retro type of vibe, and then that new school type of vibe. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And I don't know what my brain is coming up with yet, but the things that we've written down make sense to me right now.
They're coming to fruition.
Yes, it is. And I feel like I'm just going to have that one, like, okay, that's it. I haven't had it yet. Like, I've been writing everything down, like, okay, like, I love this. I can do this. I can twist this around. You know what I mean? But, like, the whole putting it together, like, okay, this is it. I haven't had that aha moment yet. So once I get that aha moment, I'd be like, okay.
Yeah.
That's gonna be crazy.
And sometimes it happens when you're in the process.
Yeah.
Like when you're there, you know.
Yeah. Sometimes I be watching music videos, and I've had aha moments watching somebody else's music video. Like, oh, that was it. Yeah. That was the final piece. That you feel me? And I'd be like, okay, now I know how I can kind of incorporate it. But usually, like, if I make a song, I already have a vision in mind. It's just a creative process and actually like getting it together. I'm making it look how you really want it. That's it for me. So I really feel like I need a helpful team for that. I would say.
Do you have like a bit of a team, or do you kind of do most of your stuff on your own?
I mean, I wouldn't say I do stuff on my own, because everybody plays a part into everything that I do. I feel like I'm the start of like creating it, because I have to create the song before we even get to that process. And then I have everybody else, whether it's a videographer, whether it's like a friend of mine. Like, to me, a meeting could be me meeting with a videographer, and my friend of mine is there, and we come up with some ideas. Like, it doesn't have to be a whole group of people. It can be, but like, as long as somebody's feeding your brain and feeding your mind, which is just what I need, then like I'll be able to come up with ideas. So I feel like everybody plays a part. My friends, everybody around me,
for sure.
You know, and that's kind of how I just, you know, put it together.
That's a good perspective to have too. Because I feel like some people feel like they need it to be like that aspect to be like so structured, but I feel like that is like also a really good way to kind of go about things, and just taking different stuff from other people can honestly be
different
more
ideas,
helpful a lot of the time.
I like my brain needs to be fed. That's how I look at it. Like, I love people that be like, if I be like, I want to make a music video with me, I don't know, doing something crazy, I want you to be like, okay, how about we hang a rope too? Like, how about we flying in it? How about, you know what I'm saying? I'd be like, oh, okay. And now my brain is like completely changing the vision. Like, okay, you know, so like, that's just how it works for me. I'm a robot. I'm a robot. That's how.
As long as people are stimulating you.
Yeah. So
be like that.
I have amazing people around me. So
Do you feel like most of your stuff you do is kind of like centered, like not centered, like comes out of like the SoundLab, or kind of like go around doing more to more places?
I mean, I feel like I definitely did start off at the SoundLab, but I feel like it's really just like I met so many creative people at the SoundLab, and we could take that anywhere. But most of my recording this past year definitely was at the SoundLab. My videos at the SoundLab, at the garage. But I feel like everybody that I've done the videos with or I've worked with are all people that also come from different places. You feel me? That I've networked. So, I feel like I go everywhere, but it mainly is there. Like, that's home. So, you feel me? Like, they're definitely good people, and it just made me feel, I guess, comfortable.
Yeah. That's important.
Yeah, that's very nice.
Yeah,
very nice to have that home base.
Being around people that that do the same thing you do. They're waking. There's no difference. Probably the only difference is probably our jobs.
Yeah.
But we're all still human. Yeah. You feel me? So, like, we all go through the same thing. So, like, when we're in that space together, we all kind of just forget about what we're going through. And we kind of just, like, vibe.
Exactly.
And that's my motivation. Keeps me going, too. That's a drive. Definitely. Yeah.
Okay, wait. I wanted to ask, what are your pet peeves in society right now? Facts. Whether that be the music industry or just society in general. Take it whatever way you want to go.
My pet peeves in society?
Yeah. Like shit you do not.
It's a loaded question.
It is a loaded question.
Yeah. Because it could go so many ways.
Exactly. Me, I'm like TikTok, ADHD, brain, all that shit. It's like, what the fuck? Shit moves so fast. That's one of mine.
Yeah, for real.
There's just something new that comes out every day. Yeah. So I feel you on that.
Yeah.
Like too much to consume. And then you're like,
I already got to deal with what I was consuming yesterday. Now you're just laying something else on me today.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like, I didn't even process what just happened.
Yep.
I can't even remember what happened last week.
Yeah.
Never mind yesterday. Like,
I don't even know what I ate yesterday. Like, what the fuck?
Wow, yeah. That's huge.
You don't got to answer it.
I was about to say, y'all got me stuck.
Another thing.
What was the question again?
Pet peeves in society, like shit you don't fuck with.
Another thing, like I know for me is like when I'm on like social media or like the news or something, like all I'm seeing is like negative. Like that's what like gets pushed out to the general public. Like we don't get to see like positive headlines or like they're just not what people want to see. So that's kind of a pet peeve of mine. Like always just seeing something horrible happening.
Yeah, because people feed off that.
Yeah, they do.
Exactly.
The negativity.
And seeing that, like your brain can't unsee it.
Yeah, like, there's a lot of things.
Unsee it, so it's kind of just like it generates in your head like in that moment, even if you don't want to think about it. It kind of just like now you're feeling like damn.
Yeah,
there's a lot of things I wish I had not seen on Twitter, like in my life, like a lot of things.
Social media plays a part in a lot.
Yeah.
So I kind of wish it was just like AIM back in the days.
I know.
And like, before it was like everything else, and now everybody kind of just feeling like fantasize the life. I think that is the pet peeve.
Yeah, that's the one.
The like everybody like thinking based off what's happening on social media, like that's the life they should have, or that's the life
we were talking about yesterday.
Yeah, like. No, like you have your own path. That was their path, or however they got there. That was their path. Your path is completely different.
Exactly.
So if you're fantasizing about what's going on social media or a celebrity or whoever, you're never gonna walk your own path because you're technically walking theirs.
Yeah. Exactly.
Like glorifying somebody else's shit. Yeah.
You don't know the half of what it's going. They're going through, what they're actually doing. Like,
because a lot of people post shit on social media and make it seem all goody goody, and it's really not behind behind the scenes.
It's a front.
Yeah,
it is.
People front all the time for the gram.
For the gram.
Yeah, that's what my biggest thing is: being yourself. Just be yourself.
Yeah,
just be yourself.
Crucial.
It's easier to separate who don't fuck with you and who do.
Yeah.
You don't got to worry about who don't fuck with you and who do if you're being yourself.
Facts. Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Whoever doesn't, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
It has nothing to do with you.
Because you're yourself, and the people you do that are actually in your life and still fucking with you, those are the ones that who matter.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Because they like you for you, not
for
some
you.
fake facade you're putting on. Yeah.
And they like you for you, like not anybody like that you're idolizing or like looking up to. Like they don't even know that. Like they don't know that. That's not you.
I'm very big and heavy on giving me criticism.
I feel that.
I always ask people, how do you feel about that? Like how do you like the sound, or do you like, you know what I mean? And I usually know how I want things to sound and how I want it to go. But sometimes when I write things, it doesn't sound the same way when I record them. You feel me? Or it just not hitting. So I'd be like, what's missing? Like, give me, a way that I can kind of go. So yeah, like you just said, I have real people around you, because if it's ass, they're gonna be like, it's asses.
Yeah.
Trash it. You know what I mean?
Let me know.
Let me know. But if it's good, like your real one's gonna be like, all right, like I think it's good, but you should fix this up, or you know what I mean? So just having real ones by your side, that's why being yourself is my slogan.
Yeah, period.
Aside from being a sweet savage.
Yeah. aside from that.
Yeah. Do you have any like tips for people who are trying to get there, basically, like trying to get to that point of like actually just being themselves. Because you were saying, like, it took you a while to kind of, like, be able to put yourself out there in the way
Find
you
your
wanted
voice,
to.
yeah.
And all that. So do you have any, like, advice for people?
I feel like the biggest way to learn yourself in order to be yourself is having that outlet that I was talking about. Like, you need, because that outlet is going to be your sense of peace. And I feel like once you could kind of find that connection, like, okay, I'm at peace with myself, and like, all right, what's like what I can do, like what's next, I feel like it's just easier to kind of like be like, okay, this is me, like this is what makes me happy. Like, it's really just about finding what makes you happy. And having that sense of like peace, I guess. But I mean, it's gonna be a hard and long road, don't get me wrong. But you kind of just gotta go through it. Like, I'm a big fan of cry it out and thug it out. And I'm big on my emotions. Like, I will tell you how I feel, like, you know, and I feel like a lot of people, part of being yourself is telling people how you feel and expressing your emotions, because a person can't learn you if you can't do that either.
Facts.
So, yeah, I mean, it may be hard to feel like you can't talk to nobody, but there's always somebody out there that's willing to listen.
Always.
Always. And if you can just vent and let it out, like, it's just shedding skin. You're just letting that go, and then, okay, you know what I mean? Kind of just
I like
figure
that.
it out. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. So my biggest thing, being myself.
Yeah.
Good
Learning
shit.
myself. I'm still learning myself every day.
Of course.
I like chocolate milk today. That doesn't mean I'm gonna like it tomorrow.
No bullshit.
That's
So,
real as fuck,
you know,
honestly.
yeah, like you learn yourself, and something new is every day.
And you change every day.
Every day. And it's growth, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing at all.
We need to normalize the fact that, like, people change.
No bullshit.
They do.
People, like,
That's a problem.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people don't accept the fact that, like, oh, you changed. Like, bro, that's the point. That's the fucking point. Like,
That's why it's okay to lose friends. It's definitely okay to lose friends, because that same friend that you had probably liked the old you. And you grew, and that's not who you were anymore. So you can't stop being who you're meant to be because of somebody else's, like, perception or how they think it's going to be. You feel me?
100%.
So if it's sayonara, it's sayonara for now.
Yeah.
You know, maybe in the near future when you get it together.
Yeah, maybe I'll see you soon.
Maybe I'll see you soon.
Yeah.
We'll
Maybe
see.
not.
Maybe I'll see you on the flip.
But if not, you know,
I don't know.
enjoy your life. But yeah, so
The
Heavy
task
on
with
that.
love.
heavy on that.
Bro.
Big Fendi.
Big Fendi fix.
Do you have anything else, like, you want to touch on? Do you have anything else you want to touch on specifically?
No, shout out to y'all. I love the ladies.
Yeah.
I love a bad bitch who love bad
Yeah.
bitches. You feel me?
You gotta sign that right there.
Yeah.
I love bad bitches.
Love bad bitches who love bad bitches.
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, continue. That's it. Be yourself.
Yeah.
Be a savage.
Anything more on the way that we should be looking out for? Anything in the works?
Yeah, I actually have a music video dropping soon this month. I'm not gonna give a date.
April, stay tuned.
April, of course. Stay tuned to that. And yeah, definitely another project coming very soon. So yeah, it's about time all my ladies stand up.
Yes.
This is
Hell yeah.
for me. This is like
our
ladies.
year.
I'm every month.
2023.
Ladies.
I know, literally.
Sorry, niggas. It's not about y'all.
Literally.
We still love you
Women's
guys,
Month was
but yeah.
back over there, but we still.
It's gonna keep going.
It's the women's
Like,
year, like
Ladies' year, I like that.
I don't know what to tell
It's
you.
a savage year out here. I'm telling you guys.
real.
You know what I
Bullshit.
mean? Like, I can't wait to see what everybody has in store. I love all the female artists out here.
In my Qween era.
Yeah, in my Queen era. Write that down.
Bro, I knew it. I was like, oh,
Let me write that down just in case I might need that for a song, maybe an ad lib.
girl.
That'd be fire.
So tag yourself, your socials, where you can find you on all streaming platforms, etc., etc.
You guys can find me at all streaming platforms, Queen Ali with a W, QWEEN, ALI, and on Instagram at It's a Queen, ITSAQWEEN. Don't forget the 2 underscores. And yeah, if you want to see some nice flicks, follow your girl Qween too. And just stay in tune. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube. And when you see me, say what's up.
Yes, sir.
Crib.
I'm never too ill to say what's good.
You
Like,
feel me? Like, I always always say what's up. Like, I'm a little shy in person sometimes. But once you open me up, I'm just like, you know, like, I'm me. Yeah, like.
Love that.
You feel me?
The energy you came with to us the other day, you was
oh my God,
dead ass. I was like, I love it. I love it.
Because I'm like, no, I know them. I fuck with them. Literally. Y'all was lit. I think I've seen y'all. I definitely seen y'all before, but we didn't actually like meet me.
Yeah.
I think the day of Neezy's, was it Neezy's? No, it was who'd had a
Casey.
Yes, when he had with Kiki. Y'all was with Kiki. Mm-hmm. Y'all was turned. I was like, oh, they're lit. And then we had the baddies, and y'all pulled up. I'm like, okay. Yeah. I'm like, okay. They're very supportive. Yeah, I'm like, okay. I'm seeing them definitely a little bit more. And then we spoke, and it was just always a good vibe with you guys.
I love
it
that.
wasn't it wasn't like weird. It wasn't forced. It was just It was definitely genuine. Literally, it has to come off like really genuine.
That's why, like, I'm not gonna fucking come to you and be like, hi, like, da da da.
Yeah,
just like, nah, because I'm gonna meet you. There's gonna be a time where I'm meeting you formally, and we could really chop it up.
Exactly.
When time coming, like I said, follow your path.
Yeah,
you never know who you're gonna meet.
And keep an eye out for Qween. Thank you so much for coming.
We appreciate you.
Thank you guys.
This is great.
I know, finally
we're
gonna go crazy. Yeah.
Thank you so much. And Pink World, we're out. See you next time.
Bye. Love ya.
Qween, you won't make it, I know what they say. Talking this shit, but I came here to play. I flow in the beat and